Some of these traditional and cultural practices are harmful, or because of lack of education, exposure, you don't get to know that these things are harmful. There are people, to shock you to that there are communities of people that still practice female gender mutilation or forced early marriages. It's wrong. But they see it as their culture, but these are harmful practices. They have adverse effects on females, women and girls. And we need to start by creating awareness. In the different platforms we find ourselves, the ripple effect is always there. Posterity will hold us accountable. What are the things we did? We need to hold our leaders accountable. What are the policies they put out there? Is it a policy that also promotes the rights of women and girls? Are these policies beneficial? Do we have equal representation of women and girls in places of power, corridors of leadership? Do we have women and girls there? In some parts of the country, gender-based violence has been normalized. The man beating his wife is more like the man's right. We should allow women to participate in matters of polity. We should allow women to participate in decision making. Then we can be able to, change the narrative, our thinking. We'll be able to refocus and say, okay, these are the things that should be done. So community is very crucial because we exist within communities. We have families, we have women and girls existing within this community.
Looking ahead, what gives you hope for the future of women and girls' rights?
What gives me hope for the future of women and girls is the fact that women and girls.
Hello everyone, welcome to Safe Conversation Podcast. I'm your host, Serena Yusuf, and I'm here with
Patience, WordsDiva, Agada.
Thank you for honoring us with your presence, Ma. Can you tell us a little about what you do?
All right, like I said, my name is Patience, WordsDiva, Agada. I am a spoken word poet, a writer, a voiceover artist, a gender-based activist, and a climate justice advocate.
Wow, that's very beautiful.
Thank you.
Imagine a world where every woman and girl is totally free. What does that look like to you? And what are the biggest hurdles stopping us from getting there?
So a world where every woman and girl is free, to me, it looks like a world where people are treated equally and are respected regardless of their gender or their background, their religion, or whatsoever. It is a world where there is access to education and resources for everyone. It's a very beautiful world, if you ask me. And the hurdles or the barriers that are stopping us from getting there, there are many. But some of it are our patriarchal system and some of the harmful cultural practices and norms that we have, and also lack of access to education and resources, and even mindsets, individual mindset, and so forth and so on. These are the things that actually deterring us. We also have systematic barriers. These are things deterring us from getting there. These are the hurdles in our ways from achieving that world, that El Dorado that we're looking for. So that's it.
Let's talk about the old ways of thinking, the it's a man's world idea that hold women and girls back. How can we as everyday people challenge and break down these unfair rules that cause discrimination?
First of all, we need to actually sensitize and conscientize the minds of people. Most battles, like it says, first won in the mind. The mind is where you win your biggest battles before the physical. We have held on to certain sayings and certain adages that don't actually impact our lives. When you say it's a man's world, it has a way of, disregarding the women and girls. It has a way of making women and girls to take the back seat, especially when it comes to the corridors of power, leadership, opportunities, education, academics, mention them all. So when we're able to, sensitize ourselves, create awareness, to break these barriers, to break this discrimination, that women are equally important and women deserve to be heard. Women can contribute when it comes to leadership, when it comes to decision making, when it comes to contributing to the economy of our society. If women have a place, and women should be heard. The idea of women belong to the other room and to the kitchen is shouldn't stand, shouldn't hold water. We need to give equal opportunity. We need to give, I believe in equity, that women and girls deserve to be heard. They deserve to be in places of power, places of opportunity. We need to eradicate and create serious awareness to eliminate such biases, such discrimination, saying that it's a man's world. We are first human before we have gender or any other thing. So it's important we change the narrative, okay? It's important we eradicate these ways of thinking. These are old, archaic, irrelevant ways that are not impacting our lives in any way.
Under this question, there's also a church that I've come across where they've started installing women as elders. I think that is a very great decision by involving them and not just making it just about the men. Yeah.
Very important.
So technology is everywhere, from our phones to social media. How can we use these tools to protect women and girls who are in danger and make sure their voices are heard loud and clear, especially when they are at risk?
Well, the advent of technology has made a lot of things easier. We cannot turn a blind eye to that. At the same time, it has its adverse effects. But most importantly, we now, at the comfort of our homes, can support women and girls in different ways. For instance, there are petitions, policies that are being made that are passed online that you can support with just a click of the button. So what about petitions that are meant to help women and girls? You could just click and support, lend your voice to that. And before you know, you have done something from the comfort of your home using just your smartphone, using technology. There are opportunities that are there for women. We now have women in tech. We now have girls in tech. These are platforms, these are opportunities that technology has afforded women and girls. Also, because of the advent of technology, like I said, we have certain let's say side or adverse effects of technology. Technology is just a tool that can be used for good or bad. We now have what we call like internet cyberbullying. We have cyber attacks. We have blackmail from left, right, and center. We have people threatening people with their nude and all of those things. We need to learn how to use reporting tools. When you see something, say something. When you see something online, as simple as reporting an account, as simple as, reporting a particular post that that is derogatory, that is discriminatory towards women and girls, it will go a long way. It will help protect our girls and also lend our voices on social media. We have this platform from the comfort of our homes. The kind of posts we make, the kind of content we upload will go ahead to show our stand and our voices on issues affecting women and girls in our community. So it's also important that we utilize it effectively in promoting and protecting women and girls.
Okay, I would like to ask a question under this same topic for this. Like, we're talking about technology.
Yes.
You talked about bullying too. But don't you think that people who get bullied actually put themselves in that position?
It's like saying that I got raped because I wore a short dress. That is a long time. It's a very controversial debate, very controversial topic. So I don't think most of the times that people who get bullied actually put themselves there. Everybody is on social media or on social media platforms for one reason or the other, and there are people for no just reason that just come up to bully you. You're just there doing your thing with your family, and somebody comes out with a picture of you looking so dysfunctional. Somebody writes a very derogatory statement, quoting that you said it. Meanwhile, you didn't say anything of such. Or somebody says something that is derogatory to your family, or make out a statement that is derogatory to your person. These are all different forms of cyberbullying. Have you not been on social media and somebody comes into your DM saying all sort of things, all manner of things, or sending you some unsolicited pictures or videos, or even threatening you with certain messages? They put that come in form of seeking for help or something, or making you to want to do something. And when you say no, they keep threatening you, open several accounts to just message you, or to even, making posts, sending posts to your profile. These are not things that people put themselves to. For the very fact that you're there should be rights.
Yeah.
And laws that protect you from other persons. You have the right to say no, to decline certain things. That is why when somebody sends you a friend request, you can either accept or decline. But there are people out there who don't understand rights. Where your right ends is where mine starts. The people don't understand no. They believe that they can get their way. And these are people that oftentimes involved in cyberbullying, making certain statements, derogatory statements, certain people threatening their lives. It is not something that somebody willingly wants or solicits for. These are people that abuse the power of technology and the opportunities and the platforms they are on. So I don't think that people who are victims of cyberbullying actually put themselves there. They're just normal people trying to be social in a way. So we should not create social anxiety for them.
There are people that like post things that social media can keep account of. And then like when they go to certain places or reach an extent in life, people dig it out and
yeah.
So I think you should.
Social media footprints.
Yeah.
Okay, so digital footprints. So of course, we know that as much as technology has afforded us better ways of doing things, has made our life easier, it also has its repercussions. It is important to use caution. It's too much of everything is bad. It's important to use caution in the way you utilize social media, technology as a whole. You should be careful the kind of information you put out there for your security, for your safety. It is not everything that you have to put on social media. Certain information you have to withhold for your own safety. So you have to be cautious. There are people that will tell that keep your private life private. Something that has to do with your family or your account details or a security number, your address. Sometimes please learn to keep it private because you don't know who is out there that is trying to utilize this information. We have miscreants. We have people who are out there who are trying to take advantage and opportunity, using for slight opportunity like this to just manipulate you. Or have you not been on social media and you see people sending you messages about a particular Ponzi scheme and all of those things so that you want to just looking for a way to siphon your money? So you have to be careful. And even in financial institutions and other institutions would caution you on the need to not disclose certain information.
Yes.
You can just snap things. When you're snapping, be careful that you're not revealing any extra information, your credit card details, things that have to do with your health. You have to be careful because, like they say, social media the internet does not forget. It is us who forget.
Yeah.
Because we have information overload. We have lots of information out there. We tend to want to impress, or we're under pressure to just show the world how we are faring, forgetting that these things have their side effects or their repercussions. So at the point where you put a certain information online, maybe your health or something that is not necessary, you don't need to be there. Or you forget, people can use that to attack you or to get to you. So we have to be very, very careful. There's a need for caution, especially for women and girls. Your safety is paramount. You need to learn how to protect yourself by protecting the kind of information you put out there. We need to be careful, extremely careful, not because we are not because we are not safe or anything, or because we don't need to express ourselves. But even with self-expression comes caution. You need to know, you have to have a limit for everything. It's not everything that should be there. Be careful. There's time for everything, like we know. So know when to put certain things out and know what to hold back. Keep your circle small and safe.
For all of us listening, what are the most powerful things we can do right now in our daily lives to help create a safer world for women and girls, big or small? What actions truly make a difference?
First of all, we need to start by changing our mindset on a lot of things. It's important. It's the little things, the little steps that we take that matters, the little effort that makes a bigger change. If you want to make a big impact, you have to start from somewhere. All right? What is our mindset like? What are our opinions on certain things? What kind of opinions do we throw out there on our social media platform? What is our stand on certain issues, especially when it comes to women and girls? Are we cautious of the kind of remarks we make? How do we address females? How do we address women in general? These things we need to know. And we need to know that it rests on us to advocate and create awareness about women and girls. For me in particular, I try my best to utilize the spoken word poetry talent that I have to put out information, valuable information. I believe that poetry has gone beyond just mere tool for entertainment. No, it's not just art for art's sake. It's art for activism's sake. We need to utilize these opportunities, whether you're a singer, you're a dancer, whatever form of creativity you have, you can utilize it to create awareness. You can talk about these issues affecting polity, issues affecting women and girls. And that is why I've been trying to put out poems there, poetry albums that address gender-based violence, that address violence against women and girls. People need to know When you know that something is a problem, then you can know that, okay, how do we go about solving this problem? Then you can say, okay, let's know the solution, because you know that's a problem. But when you don't know, when there's no awareness, when there is no access to education, when people are not conscientized about these issues, they can't help themselves. So in the littlest ways, wherever you find yourself, every platform you find yourself, everywhere you find yourself, seize it as an opportunity to, be fair in how you treat people, be respectful, and also give equal opportunity. At the same time, create awareness about these things, because a lot of people are just there, they don't know. We have a lot of people in the rural area that don't have an idea about these things. They don't even know what you call harmful cultural practices. They believe that this is how we do things, and our forefathers have been doing it. Why not we do it? But some of these traditional and cultural practices are harmful. But because of no awareness or lack of awareness, or we don't get, or because of lack of education, exposure, you don't get to know that these things are harmful. There are people, to shock you to that there are communities of people that still practice female gender mutilation or forced early marriages. It's wrong. But they see it as their culture. But these are harmful practices. They have adverse effects on females, women, and girls. And we need to start by creating awareness. In the different platforms we find ourselves, stick to it, lend our voices in the littlest way. And even in the way we train our young girls and boys in our society goes a long way. So, the ripple effect is always there. Posterity will hold us accountable. What are the things we did? Yeah, so these are the ways we can lend our voices, speak up.
What's the role of our communities, our societies in making this change happen?
The community is very crucial. There's this thing my professor used to say back in school, that we don't exist in a vacuum. We exist within a community, right?
Yes.
And the family is the smallest unit of the society, of the community. So these families build up a community, and the role that the community can, play to ensure that these barriers, these discriminations are eliminated is, one, hold our leaders accountable. From the grassroots to the federal, we need to hold our leaders accountable. What are the policies they put out there? Is it a policy that also promotes the rights of women and girls? Are these policies beneficial? Do we have equal representation of women and girls in places of power, corridors of leadership? Do we have women and girls there? These opportunities, empowerment, resources that is being given out, are women and girls benefiting from it? We need to ensure that there is equity, that resources are equally distributed among both genders. You understand? We need to ensure that we talk about, and also another way is to talk about, speak up. When we don't speak up about things, things begin to escalate. So we need to speak up against discrimination. We need to speak up against derogatory practices and harmful practices affecting especially women and girls in the society. We need to talk. We need to contribute about this and create awareness. We need to ensure that we hold the fort from the grassroots level, from our communities. When we don't say these things, when we don't talk, when we don't speak up, people begin to normalize these things. In some parts of the country, gender-based violence has been normalized. A man beating his wife is more like the man's right. Because our communities, we fail to talk about these things. But the moment we begin to talk about these things, the moment we begin to speak up and say, no, this is not right. We should not be doing this. We should not discriminate. We should not be derogatory to the women and girls. We should protect the rights of women and girls. We should allow women to participate in matters of polity. We should allow women to participate in decision making. Then we can be able to, change the narrative, our thinking. We'll be able to refocus and say, okay, these are the things that should be done. So community is very crucial because we exist within communities. We have families, we have women and girls existing within this community. So community, in fact, that is a place where we need to start by doing something. It's very, very important.
Looking ahead, what gives you hope for the future of women and girls' rights?
Hope is a thing with feathers. Like I say, with hope you can soar. What gives me hope for the future of women and girls is the fact that women and girls are tenacious. They are determined to ensure that beyond the hurdles, beyond the barriers and the challenges facing them, they're not allowing it to bring them down. They are still soaring beyond those challenges. Women are still showing up. We have women in the corridors of power, regardless of what is being meted on them. the likes of Natasha Akpoti, the likes of Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, the likes of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, still out there, see, ensuring that women have a say in matters of polity, in leadership, in academics, in literature, name it, whatever area you're talking about, whatever profession you're talking about, women are there, showing up, doing it regardless. Not just to prove a point, but to give, space for those who are going to come after them. This is why me and you are here, because we believe in these things. This is the hope that I have, that women will not relent. Women will not fall under the weight of derogatory discrimination. They will not fall under the weight of harmful cultural practices. That beyond that, like, as Maya Angelou would say, still I rise. Regardless of what is being done to them, they still rise. They still show up. They still are there, building things, contributing to the society, impacting lives, holding and, creating families, holding the fort for their homes. That is what gives me hope for the future.
Yes, there was also this documentary I was going through, and the man was complimenting women, saying that the more you train a woman, the more progress you get.
Yes.
So
yes.
I think that's what we should see for the future.
Yes. Ultimately, the popular saying, when you train a woman and you train a community, it's true. Because women are there holding the fort. Women are wearing many caps. It's only a woman that is a nurse, a doctor, a chef, a farmer, and a marketer, everything at the same time. When you're sick, is the mother. When you do, mothers are very, very women, and these are women. Women are out there doing a lot. It's only a woman that can, there's only a woman that can multitask. Sure. She's doing this, she's doing this, she's doing this, and she's attending to multiple things at the same time. And she's still holding the ground, she's not shaking. She has her feet to the ground and she's had everything under control. It's not easy, but they're doing it. And that is the hope for the future.
If you could share just one message with a young girl today, anywhere in the world, about her incredible strength and all she can achieve, what would it be?
It's hard to share just one message. I have many messages, but let me just tell you, dear girl, dear woman, you are enough. Your worth is not something that you have to earn. Many a times we've been told from different platforms that you have to earn your place. You have to, you have to do certain things to feel in a certain way. You are enough. From the moment you are birthed into this world, you have what it takes. You have it. Your worth is inside of you. You don't need to earn it. It's inside of you. You have it. So walk like it, talk like it, be it, do it, act it. Do not allow anybody to give you. Go out there and take it. Seize the day. Carpe diem. The world is not going to fall onto your lap. It's not que sera in this point. You have to go out there and make it happen the way you want it. You have to seize the day. You have to be determined. If most women that you see out there, those great women, they didn't just sit down at home, fold their arms or cross their legs and allow things to just happen to them. No, you happen to things. Don't just wait for things to come. Go out there, do something, show up, be there, lend your voices in the things that matter. That is how you make things happen. All right? So you're enough. You have what it takes to just go out there and seize the day.
Thank you so much, Ma.
My pleasure. There's this piece I want to share. It's important. We often at times, when we have opportunities like this, we encourage women and girls out there. I have a spoken word album that is on gender-based advocacy, gender-based violence advocacy that's in the works. Is going to come out. And this piece is there. The Lady, Her Story, Her Glory. That's the title. They are there to not just talk about the issues that women and girls go through, but also to encourage them that there's more. They have what it takes to become and do, regardless of what has happened to them, of what they have gone through, what they've experienced. And that is why I say, dear woman, you are a city upon a hill, firm and indestructible, let nothing shield you. More than fire, your light is unquenchable, let it guide you. You are a warrior, courageous and unbeatable. Like an eagle, soar beyond little or limit. You are an athlete, determined to reach the finish line. You have the fire in your feet, speed and strength combined. Let your purpose be defined. Do not drown in the muddy waters of depression, but swim towards grace and greatness. Break out of your limitations and barriers, because you are loved. You are worthy. You are enough. You're beautiful. You're confident. You have the DNA of the Creator in you. You're God's favorite painting. God Himself chose you first. You are a masterpiece. You are a light. You are a star. So shine, glow, and shine. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.